Hello everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome back to more of the Persona 5 Royal playthrough. Last time we gave Haru some much needed screen time and maxed out her confidant. So, at this point now, all confidants are all maxed out with the exception of two, which are for Igor as well as Morgana. And as mentioned previously, these two will level up automatically. So, all in all, we're pretty much done with confidants, for now anyway, until the third semester. Also, all requests are complete as of right now. More will be coming, probably within this session or something. We don't know. Or at least I don't know. And, yeah, that's really about it. We just, I also showed off a few other things that you can do within the world to boost your social stats. And had a little bit of fun along the way. Also took on like one or two more Mementos requests as well, completed those, and we're good to go. So in today's session, now that the change of heart has occurred within Shido, for some weird reason the general public is not taking it like at all. Sure, you would expect them to not take it well, and yeah, that is to be expected, but for whatever reason they're kind of blowing it off. And it seems to me like nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. It's really, really strange. It honestly is. And not only this, but it's also super concerning. This is a pretty bad sign of things to come. So, yeah. I have a very bad feeling about what's going to happen next. But anyway, let's not worry about that right now. Instead, we're just going to hang out here and we're going to have Kawakami make us some curry.
Yep. Make sure your clothes up. Hi.
Can we do anything else? Okay. We can't really go out this evening, unfortunately, but what I can do is play some more video games on the frickin' Famicom Duo. Yeah. How about we play some more Punchy Ouch? Or Punch Ouch.
Okay.
Alright, let's use the technique. Our opponent is here. The fight's about to start. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes one of our most skilled boxers, Graham Cracker Joe. You mean Glass Joe, lol. He might be small, but don't underestimate him. His quick movements will decimate you. Said no one when it comes to referring to Glass Joe ever. I'm here with you. Just remember what we practiced. Don't lose. No shit, Sherlock. And right as the bell rings, Joe comes out aggressive. Don't let him shake you up. Preserve and figure out what his weakness is. How are we supposed to do that? Wait. It looks like his form loosens up after he goes on the offensive. What are you running around for? Are you trying to... Oh, I get it. You're on the right track. Sway to avoid his attacks. Oh, damn it. What are you messing around for? This is bad. A powerful right hook straight to the challenger's face. And he can't handle it. He's down, but can he get back up? Button mash to get back up. You can do it. Alright, let's try again. He's back on his feet. The show goes on. Alright, good job getting back up. Now watch your opponent closely and dodge his attacks. That's better. The challenger lands an impressive counter and Joe falters. Good, good. Now go for the flurry. One intense string of punches. Joe goes down. Alright, the count's starting. I hope he doesn't get up. 3, 4. Oh, Joe's back up. You got him on his heels. Keep up your footwork. Now, give him a flurry. What a combo! Joe goes down. Please don't get up. 8, 9, 10. Graham Joe has crumbled. Our challenger wins. Nice bout. I expected nothing less out of my apprentice. That was a bit rough, but hey, at least the deed is done. You managed to win your first match by a hair. The secret technique book helped, huh? Yeah, it most certainly did. It also didn't help that my brain kind of short-circuited. Like, how do I play this game again? I was like, oh shit.
Nice.
So, one more thing worth mentioning here is... well, since Joker's name is quote-unquote cleared for now, he can now finally return to school. And what perfect timing to return to school as final exams are about to happen. Great. And I'm not kidding when I say that either.
The case is finally closed. There are no shackles on you anymore. We changed the heart of someone huge, like the next Prime Minister. There's no better finale than that. This may be the opportune time to end our deal. I'm sure you'll be fine now. You can manage without me being with you.
What are you saying?
Don't worry. I won't leave immediately. But if I just stay here, I won't recall anything.
Why don't I help you with that?
I'm a bit envious of you. Here I am. Still haven't found anything about myself. If only I could find out what's in the depths of Mementos. Let's go to sleep. You must be tired.
Sure, Mona, but even so...
I can't believe even Shido-san had a change of heart triggered in him.
We got where we are today because we had him take care of whoever got in our way. If a case is assembled against him, everything about us will be exposed too. What are we supposed to do?
That's precisely why we've gathered to discuss our options. Prosecutor Nijima is serious about taking Shido-san to court, right?
Isn't she under your command? You have to do something!
Yes, I'm aware. But even if we prevent her from doing so, what about the public? Shido-san's conduct was shameful.
We'll just have to continue his policies for a rich country.
Oh my.
A rich country?
You mean that plan of advancing foreign affairs by controlling people's hearts?
After all, the research on it should be proceeding along. We'll push that plan forward and continue eliminating any who get in our way. By using that world, we'll pledge to build a powerful country. We ourselves will meet the expectations we had of Shido-san.
A powerful country, huh? I see.
But even if we do pick up where he left off, would his other associates keep quiet about it?
We should be fine in that regard. Anyone who Shido-san aided would feel that their life is at stake after watching that conference, just as we are now.
At any rate, it seems we must first stop that case from being assembled, no matter the cost.
How do we control public opinion?
Thankfully, support for Shido-san still exists.
How?
Masayoshi Shido was a hero who fell before achieving his goals, and we will carry his torch. That's what we'll announce to the mass media.
What a load of crap!
See, considering the public's panic after losing their leader, they may latch onto that immediately.
But if the general public becomes our enemy, we're done for.
That means there's no turning back. Well then, leave Nijima to my group. Can we rely on yours in regards to Shido-san?
We'll make it so that he requires a psychiatric evaluation.
Everyone, we're in the same boat. You had best not forget that.
You gotta love Shido's lackeys, always trying to one-up themselves in one way or another, am I right? Especially with Shido out of the picture and everything, things have officially hit the fan. Just saying. So, you're going back to school today. How does it feel? I'm happy to be back. I see. I find it surprising to hear that you missed school. Whoa! This is no time to be chatting. You can't be late on your first day back. Now, let's go to school. And let's be a good little boy. Okay? Okay. Hang on, am I dropping frames here? I'm just checking something. Just making sure everything's fine. It looks like it is. I think. I honestly have a feeling that the Elgato is kind of acting kind of funky, so hang on a second. Okay. I hope it's fine, as, I feel like the frame rate is being cut in half. Hang on. I'm gonna check something else. Let's see, comparing the FPS here in the menus versus, okay. Maybe I'm panicking over nothing. I hope that's the case. Alright. Apologies for the false alarm. Let's get back to the game. What happened to Shido-san? He said some strange stuff. The government would be in trouble if Shido-san collapsed now. I thought we could count on him. What's going to happen? Again, I'll keep an eye on the gameplay to make sure everything is running smoothly as it should. See Shido's press conference? Seems like the Phantom Thieves changed his heart, if you ask me. Also, let me make sure Steam is turned off. I mean, it should be. Yes, it is. I made sure to turn that off earlier before I even started today's stream, because I know that has had an impact on my internet lately. I can't believe he turned out to be a criminal. But didn't the leader of the Phantom Thieves commit suicide? That comeback video posted online right before the election, it's real? I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. Opinions are all over the place online. What's this mean for the election? This country's in trouble. We have no prime minister. It happened so suddenly. Can't blame anyone for being confused. Okay, that's all for today. This will be my last class for the year. This year's already ending, huh? So much has happened that it's like, where did all the time go? Welcome to the club. Oh, but it's not over for you yet. You still have finals for 3 days from tomorrow to the 22nd. I'm sure you already knew that though, right? There's no way you haven't started studying yet. They're coming, whether you like it or not. Well, good luck. This is the first thing we get after coming to school for the first time in a while. Have you been studying? Okay, looks like everything's fine now as far as gameplay is concerned. Crisis averted for now. I swear, Elgato loves being funky sometimes. Shido spilled the beans at that conference, right? Why isn't it making any news? Is it because he's a politician? That would make sense. I have no doubt that political connections are involved. But that, theoretically, shouldn't have an impact on the news. What about all the people who saw him on TV? They had to see that. Everyone should have heard him say all that heavy stuff, right? Right. What happened can't be kept secret. It'll be apparent soon. Makoto's sister is working on the case, too. I'm sure we'll see the results of that if we just wait patiently. Let's assume so. More importantly, we have exams coming up. I think they may have come at a good time. We've really gone through a lot lately. Everyone must be tired. It certainly was a good deal of trouble. Exams are more tiring than any shit we've been doing. Good luck, you guys. Yeah, good luck indeed.
Sorry that I failed to mention your exams. I was busy dealing with some of Shido's cronies. Well, you are students, so it's only fitting you're doing a study group.
You're gonna bring us some snacks now and then, right?
You don't even have exams.
Hey guys.
Pardon the intrusion.
Oh, glad to see you all. Don't mind me. Make yourselves at home.
You're too kind. We'll take you up on that offer.
Why did you bring me here? My school's exams are already over.
Come on, don't be so cold. You saying it's fine if I...
Lol.
Nothing wrong with that. Won't the results be the same whether you study or not?
Now, you guys. Just think of it as helping me out.
I don't know about this. I'm just going to focus on sections that may likely be on the test. You're way too short on time.
Making a gamble, huh?
If she's wrong, we die.
I don't want to.
Is it really that bad?
This is every day for them.
This affects you too. Well, with your grades, I'm not too worried. You've missed a lot of classes, so it couldn't hurt to
True.
Oh yeah, he's good at studying. I feel kind of betrayed.
Betrayed might be a bit much. Don't worry, Lady Ann. Even if you're not great at studying, I'll... Now then, let's get to it. What do you want me to teach you?
Selecting the subject matter doesn't really matter all that much, but it does sort of matter in the sense of one of these topics are going to appear on the exam itself. On your first playthrough, there's no way that you're going to pass this exam with a very high grade, not without a lot of guessing. And in order to really get to know what the exams are going to contain, you'll have to select each and every single option by reloading a prior save back on like December the 18th. And you'll have to keep doing this until all three options are discovered and looked at. Once you examine all three options, then you'll be able to come up with the proper answers from there. Or you can look them up online like I did during my second playthrough. Just saying. So, why don't we take a look at Japanese as my voice decides to crack like an egg.
Japanese, huh? Wait, what did we study again? Oh, crows! How'd it go again? Crows are black, so...
Did we study that?
It's Japanese class, so they were probably talking about kanji. The kanji for crow is the same as bird, but it's missing the line that represents the eye. That's because a crow's eyes are the same color as its feathers, so you can't see them at a glance.
Whoa, you were able to remember that much just from what An said?
How about taking a break?
Sounds good to me. I can't do any more.
Not like he did much to begin with.
So like, we've been doing Phantom Thief work all this time, right? We learned a bunch doing that. Even if we study and learn what we can in school, doesn't it feel kind of pointless?
Studying is important.
At the very least, it's necessary for Ryuji.
You want to say that again?
Lol.
Those sorts of experiences are important too, but common sense is just as important. You should know better than anyone how nasty adults without common sense can be.
That's a great point.
Somebody needs to graduate high school and become adults. Then, when you get married, you'll need common sense more than ever.
Too true.
Marriage, huh? Do you want to get married?
Of course.
Well, that won't be for a while. In the meantime, I'm more concerned with what I'm going to be eating tomorrow.
Oh, cut it out, man. You're making me hungry. Well, I guess we just gotta get back to studying.
It hasn't even been 5 minutes yet. Jeez.
That concludes the last subject.
That took so long.
We covered all the difficult parts, so you should probably be fine. Good work, everyone.
See? You can do it if you try.
Funny enough, if you're going for a low social stats run, this is the only time in the entire game where getting 3 notes towards your knowledge stat is completely unavoidable. Just saying.
We're finally done. Only God, only knows. How's that saying going?
God only knows.
Ryuji's hopeless.
That's the saying.
What did you say?
Well, whatever happens, happens. Isn't it about time you wrapped it up? Be careful on your way home.
Sucks that you have to do exams even after changing Shido's heart and saving the country. It's rough being a human. But looking at you, I feel kind of jealous of humans.
Yeah, I would say you really aren't missing out on much, buddy. Just saying.
Hey.
How's school treating you, now that you're back? Glad to be back. I'm sure now that you don't have to hide anymore. Your probation ends soon. I don't know if any of this other stuff will affect that, so just keep quiet. How goes the case preparations against Shido? I don't know. I haven't been able to see my sister. Is she okay? I'm sure she is, and I'm sure she'll get the job done. That's right. I mean, she's a pretty talented prosecutor. All we can do now is keep an eye on what happens next. True that. Alright, so we can definitely go out this evening, which is fantastic. I wonder what drinks are on offer at the jazz club tonight. Why don't we go and find out? Okay. More stamina brings your stamina to the next level. So, nothing. Nothing really all that good here. So, I guess we'll try something else. Oh my.
Wow.
Okay. The reason why I made that oh my remark was because I noticed that Elgato was acting kind of funky again. In fact, I think it's still acting kind of funky. I feel like it's really dropping frames here. Yeah, still not getting it, huh? Oh, come on! That's 3 attempts right now. On to number 4. Jesus, that took far too many attempts. But hey, what can I say? It's just like crane games in real life. They're all a total scam. Just saying. Now then, as far as what else we can do. I guess we'll just head back to LeBlanc, put up the new Black Frost doll, and maybe we'll do something else. Might as well finish another little game. What am I doing? This. Okay, let's decorate. Add in the Black Frost doll, and there it is. His eyes are red. Is he getting enough sleep? Why don't you try asking it and forcing it to go to sleep? Just saying, you're really good at that. Okay. Alright.
What do you want to do? Yep.
Make sure you close up.
Alright, Kawakami. Let's make some nice curry, please. Alright, let's finish up Punch-Out, aka the parody version of it. But I digress.
Okay.
Yep. Our opponent is here. The fight's about to start. Weighing in 240 pounds, with a record of 30 wins, 23 coming by way of knockout, and only 5 losses. Why I say losses? I don't know. Now entering the ring, Mo Bryson. You mean Mike Tyson. So it is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Neat. I'm here with you, kid. Remember your last fight? Remember your last fight. I hope you'll be okay. Just try not to lose too hard. Whatever. Bryson comes out swinging. Our challenger is frozen with fear. Damn it, he's wearing down your defenses. Just keep looking for an opening. What does he mean by that? Wait. The guy takes large swings. You might be able to get him if you attack during his punch animation. Why are you letting your guard down? Wait, I see now. You're on the right track, but can you really pull this off? Match his timing and land an uppercut. Our challenger lands a savage uppercut. Bryson stumbles back. Now's your chance. Head in for the flurry. Bye-bye. What a fervent flurry of fists. Bryson goes down hard. Alright, the count's starting. I hope he doesn't get up. 1, 2. Oh, Bryson's back on his feet and ready to go. A lot easier than the real Punch-Out, am I right? He's tough, alright. You're gonna have to give this your all. Now, finish him with a flurry. That's gotta be enough to take Bryson down. No way! He's still standing? He's on the ropes, though. Skirt around him and go for a body blow. A furious body blow from our intrepid challenger. It's just too much for Bryson to handle. He's collapsed. So that's a TKO. Yes, the count's starting again. Please don't get up this time. 8, 9, 10. Bryson is down for the count. Our challenger wins. You did it, kid. I always knew you had it in you. We narrowly won. I wouldn't say that, but still. Again, much easier than the real Mike Tyson's Punch-Out by a country mile. Alright, let's enjoy this ending. This manual says if you send in the password you see at the ending, you get a prize. Okay. Sure.
Nice.
Okay, that's another game completed. Good to see. Thank you for the curry. Alright, it's exam time.
What is this?
Do you think Representative Shido really had a change of heart? Well, there's been a lot of talk about him being exhausted, maybe even sick. Who knows, though? Besides, he have been arrested already in any of it. Bleh. My God, I can't read today, apparently. Besides, he'd have been arrested already if any of it were true. How is that so hard to read? I don't know. Maybe he's waiting on an official statement from the government on who will be the Prime Minister. I don't know. Something about this seems off. Oh well. If there's no real issue with Representative Shido, I'd much rather just have him.
Hey, think harder about
Hold on a sec. There's nothing but issues. No kidding. And besides, we already have a good enough candidate besides Shido, and that would be Yoshida. Just saying.
Good morning. It's exams. We're the heroes who saved this country, right? Can't we be exempt from exams? And is it just me, or do we not have as big a sense of accomplishment as I thought?
The public response sucked.
That's it! People are so doubtful even after the press conference. He hasn't been arrested, so I guess that's expected. We just gotta leave it to Makoto's sister now. Man, I wish exams would magically disappear by the time we get to school.
Believe me, so do I. Also, apologies if my internet is shitting itself again. There is technically a snowstorm going on right now. We're in a blizzard, kinda. From what I've been told, we're expected to receive 6 to 8 inches of snow. And it's supposed to go on until, I believe, 1 a.m. tomorrow. Just saying. It's a lot of snow.
Oh, Senpai.
Hello, Kasumi. Good morning.
And good morning to you. It's been quite a while since we last met at school like this. Thank you for your efforts in changing Representative Shido's heart.
Thank you.
Well, if anything, you're the one deserving all of the thanks, Senpai. We should go somewhere to celebrate.
Sure.
What say we go pay our first respects to the shrine? A new year's about to begin and all.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
But I suppose we ought to deal with exams first. I'll be in touch afterwards.
Okay.
Please excuse me.
Alright, see you later, Kasumi. We'll see each other again real soon. That I can guarantee. Today is the first day of finals. You may begin. Choose the graph which is named after the Chinese yo-yo known as a Diablo. And the answer I have already pulled up. First question answer is D. That sounds about right. Let's see, an essay question. It looks tough, but let's calm down and think it through. Explain why the infamous thief Nezume Kozo had makeup applied to him before his execution. He was a really famous thief in the Edo period, right? How much money did he steal in the end? I would say over 1 billion yen. That's right, but he was caught in the end. As a result, he was sentenced to I would say having his head displayed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, he was paraded around town and then he had his head displayed. It sounds harsh, but it had a certain significance back then, right? Criminals, especially famous criminals, were mostly pardoned or paraded around for public performance. Ooh, that sounds familiar. The people wouldn't have been happy if he looked shabby for his death. Things were brutal back then. Even condemned criminals had to be prettied up for a crowd. So the reason Nezume Kozo had makeup was to appease the people. Yep. Alright, cool. Time's up. Okay, stop writing. Alright, on to day 2. Hello, Senpai. I couldn't really say much out loud at school, but I just wanted to let you know again that I'm glad you're safe. You remember the promise we made on the roof? Of course. Really? I was so happy this morning, I invited you without really thinking. But it looks like we can make good on that promise by visiting the shrine. Thank you for coming back, okay? Sorry to worry you. You don't have to apologize. I just wish I could have done more to help. As soon as exams are over, I'll be going to a local training camp. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I should go. After all, you were going through so much. But now I don't have to worry. I can finally focus on my training. Sorry to bother you when you were busy with exams. Talk to you later. Sounds like we really had Yoshizawa worried. Just wish we can get the general public to change their minds about us too. You and me both, my friend. You and me both. Well, that doesn't look good. Ah, good morning. Another day of tests. We finally defeated Shido, but we still have finals. Aren't these battles one after the other tough? They're tougher than Shido. What? How behind are you? Handle your exams like you do your changes of heart. Shido was way worse than this. Tomorrow's the final day of exams. Well, let's do our best, I guess. True that. Oh! Takamaki-san and Kazui-senpai! What a coincidence. Good morning. Morning. I just ran into Banjo, too. How are exams treating you, Yoshizawa-san? You seem awfully busy with practice lately. Oh, it's going wonderfully. Practice, that is. Not so much the exam part. I passed out while studying last night. Me too. Let's see if we can do better than that today.
Yes.
I should see how much I can cram last minute on the commute. Well, don't push yourself too hard. Just saying. This is the second day of your exams. Please begin. Which suit of cards represents the Holy Grail? Okay, answer is hearts. That sounds about right. According to Japanese judicial law, what is possible to even an infant to do in court? That would be to attend. That sounds about right. Alright. Another day down. On to the next one. Day 3. Final day of exams. What happened to Shido? Has anyone seen him since the press conference? I had high hopes for him. It's unexpected for Japan to be without a prime minister. I hope he steps back up to lead this country. Yes, honestly, there's no one more qualified than Shido. Is everyone out of their minds? How can they still trust Shido? Good question.
Today's the last day of exams. Are things going well for you? I'm doing the same as usual. Well, no problems.
Nice.
I'm all right with it, but my sister hasn't come home these past few days. I think she has a lot on her plate with building a case against Shido. He has connections to powerful people. I'm sure they want him cleared to save their own souls.
You're definitely not wrong there, but that is definitely worrisome, though.
Yeah, Shido confessed already. That is an indisputable fact. And it's my sister. She'll see it through, I'm sure. With that said, now isn't the time for us to slack off either. Do you remember what the exams will cover? I'll check on the train for you.
Okay, sounds good. Like it or not, everything ends today. Now you may begin. Hey, we didn't learn this in class. What country refers to a person who controls politics behind the scenes as a prime minister in black? And the answer to this, you won't know unless you blindly guess. The answer is Japan. That sounds about right. We didn't learn this one either. The Japanese word dokyo translates to massive. What English word inspired the initial do in dokyo? That would be dreadnought. Thank you, Internet. Perfect. And, believe it or not, that's the last of the exams. We don't have to worry about them ever again. Not even during the third semester. I am dead serious. Today's the last day of exams, huh? Well, it shouldn't be a problem for you. This has been so easy I might start yawning. You did perfectly. I can't wait to see your score. Same here. It's going to be great. Just saying. Thank you, High Knowledge Stat, aka Maxed Out Stat. Don't let your guard down till Shido's charged. Got it? And keep a low profile. Okay. So, at this point now, there's really not a whole lot that we can really do. Only thing we really can do is just play the waiting game and wait for everything to just complete itself, if you know what I mean. So then. What to do? I think I have a pretty good idea of what I really want to do here. And that is, why don't we go and meditate some more? Yeah, let's calm the heart.
Okay.
The paper sliding doors look so nice. Maybe I'll just poke them with my claws. Hey, I was just kidding. This spot on the floor, it kind of looks like sushi. In case you're wondering, it was tuna. Fatty tuna, that is. Stop ignoring me. Are you listening? Morgana's voice is slowly getting further away. Say, I wonder if I crossed my legs correctly. Still getting distracted by idle thoughts. Well, still haven't reached an eternal enlightenment yet, but we did gain some more SP out of it at 5, which is fantastic.
Wanna head back?
Alright, time to head back home. And also get ready for more fun stuff this evening, am I right?
Hey.
Something should have happened by now. Definitely. Congratulations on getting through exams, everyone. Congrats! It's finally over. I'm worried about the end result, though. You all did your best. I'm sure you'll be fine. You should have studied all of your subjects, though, instead of trying to guess what's on the exam. There's no way I can do that. The cry of depression, or desperation. Exams aside, I heard back from my sister. There's been some progress. She'll be interrogating Shido soon. She also apologized for the wait, and promises she will manage to build a case against him. Yes! I can't wait to see what kind of news it makes. Why don't we take the opportunity and go out on town tomorrow? Let's meet in Shibuya at noon and forget about our exams. Yeah, screw exams! Agreed. Well, I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here for now. See ya! Too funny. Absolutely too funny. Just saying. Alright. So, what I'll do now is... since we technically beat a new game, we might as well go ahead and turn in this new password and get ourselves another prize. Welcome! Hey man, you look pretty young. You interested in games from the past? That prize postcard and password. Did you beat Punch-Ouch? Because of its age, the game's graphics are dated, but its gameplay is so realistic. Once you play it, you'll see that its fighting system really brings the tactics of boxing to life. And what's even more interesting is watching a speedrun of the game. I mean, it's down to an absolute science. It's not even funny. I'm dead freaking serious. It's truly the standard for boxing games. Yes, a masterpiece! Oh, I have some prizes left from back then, so I can exchange them with that postcard for you. A punch badge. Neat. So, again, no new games. I think we've already bought them all, so there you go. Okay. Let's go to the jazz club. Or at least see what drinks they have on offer tonight. Magic Fizz. Let your speed and luck explode the special ingredient of the drink. Sounds pretty good. And today's the day a singer comes in, so we might as well take advantage of this. Who to bring in, though? You know what? I think I'll bring in Makoto. Yeah, let's do it. I would bring in maybe Morgana, but it's not like he's really going to be in my party for that much longer, just saying.
Thanks for coming in.
Alright, let's take a seat. Let's take a seat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. Or as little of it as possible. To think how you know places like this too. It's simply amazing. Oh, I suppose it would be rude for me to look around while there are so many people here. I wouldn't say it's rude. At least to me. Oh, there's a singer here. It really is different to hear the piece being performed live. Definitely agree with you there, that's for sure. This is good. Are these the kinds of cocktails that adults drink? Kind of, except it's non-alcoholic. The other day I was cooking with a recipe I found online, and the flavor came out very rich. I prefer lighter tasting dishes, so I was really surprised. But Sis just ate it normally. Even though we're sisters, our tastes are quite different. That's actually pretty neat.
I feel a little more mature.
It's gotten so late. I was nervous at first, but it's very homey here. I feel like talking with you helped me to remember my original resolve. Thank you. You're welcome. So, and that's, magic, agility, and luck have increased. Magic by 3, same with luck, and agility by 2. So, not too bad of an increase. Thank you for inviting me today. It was really fun. Oh, look at the time. We should get going. Goodbye for now. Something's not right. The Phantom Aficionado website isn't busy at all. This doesn't make any sense. Why? I mean, Masaya Shishido got taken down. People should be posting comments left and right about this. The silence makes no sense at all. Is it because it hasn't made the news? Ugh, it's so obvious the Phantom Thieves are responsible, though. I definitely agree with you there, Mishima. It's definitely a real big concern, for sure. And that's even more concerning. Oh dear. The news is talking about how Shido won by a landslide.
There, they announced the poor health of their leader, Masayoshi Shido. As such, the special diet session was postponed, along with Shido's inauguration as Prime Minister.
Postponed?
They should be firing.
Exactly.
Wait, poor health? This is completely different from what my sister told us.
I heard he barely slept during the election campaign. I don't blame him.
He's not going to step down now, is he? Will this country be fine without Shido?
How can people still believe in him?
What the heck?
What is it on?
The Phantom Thieves are being treated like, well, like they never existed.
What the fuck?
Goodness. No link among the change of heart incidents. Only coincidental psychiatric disorders. The Phantom Thieves only use those rumors to their advantage.
What a load of crap!
This is preposterous. Who would believe such things?
But the person saying this is a famous researcher. And even the Ministry is saying that's how they determined the situation too.
When's Shido gonna make a comeback? Honestly, I don't think anyone else but Shido can handle times like these.
What's going on? No matter how you look at it, this isn't normal.
It isn't.
Yeah, it's as if the people in reality have become distorted. What's happening here worries me. The only thing we can do right now is wait and see what happens.
Yeah, this is definitely worrisome.
What do you mean I can't question him at this point?
Mr. Shido is in an extremely unstable state. I can't allow you to get in contact with him. He may officially have to undergo a psychiatric evaluation at this rate.
We are at the cusp of making a case. Do you know how much trouble we've gone through to get this far?
I'm just doing my job as a doctor.
Even if Shido was behind it, do you plan on convicting a central figure behind such a historical...
Yes!
What? Don't be ridiculous. This is a country governed by...
Thank you, Sai!
You still want to protect him, even though you know what happened to the man previously at your post.
So, you plan on taking the head of the nation to court. You need to take a break, Nijima. I'm taking you off this case, especially since it's rumored you have ties to the Phantom Thieves.
What a load of bullshit!
If I recall correctly, you still aren't married, are you? You'll be on leave for a long time. Why not look for a husband while you're at it?
Jesus Christ, you might as well outright fire her at this point. I swear, the government in this whole country is fucked up.
The assembly of Shido's case is in danger?
We know he doesn't need a psychiatric evaluation.
His lackeys must have pressured the others around him. It means there's far more people who'd be in trouble if the truth came out than we imagined.
Isn't there anything we can do?
Sis said the assembly of a case may be possible if the general public wants Shido held accountable. But even that chance has been destroyed with the manipulation of the mass media. They made it clear that the argument itself was a cult, even claiming that it never happened.
As a result, the Phantom Thieves are still labeled as criminals, even after all that's happened.
It's a storm of criticisms online, too. People are saying to catch the remnants and execute them.
Sweet Jesus.
It's crazy.
At any rate, let's wait for my sister. She should be arriving here soon.
Maybe we'll get more details from her.
Everyone's being tricked so easily. Why the hell did we risk our lives then?
If Shido isn't judged by the law, everything we've done will be treated as if it never happened.
Moving the entire country however they wish by controlling people's cognition? This is no different than being inside a palace.
Yeah, definitely agree there.
I'm sorry. I gathered the best of the best and fought for a case. But as Makoto must have told you, it was denied. At this rate, it won't end with just Shido's innocence. This trend will continue spiraling down. There's even the possibility that crimes using the metaverse will advance onto a national scale.
Whoa, sweet Jesus.
But that's not what I'm here to tell you. We're in danger because we know the truth. It's only a matter of time before we're apprehended. It wouldn't be odd if they were to charge in now.
This makes no effing sense!
It doesn't.
Sis!
There's nothing more I can do with my resources. That's why I want to ask for your help. I wondered if there was any way you could do something one last time. I know that I'm in no position to ask this of you.
That doesn't matter to us. So what are we gonna do? Should we change the hearts of all Shido's followers?
Even if Futaba were to research all of them, it'd take time.
There's too little information.
We can only target individuals. Are we no match against the national power?
What a stump.
Mementos.
Wait, what?
If we use Mementos, we might be able to do something.
How so?
There's something we can do there?
Like I told you before, Mementos is the palace of the general public. It's the source of all distortions, and is maintained by the people's collective unconsciousness.
Wait, do you mean that there's a treasure even in Mementos? And if we go after that...
The collapse of Mementos should affect the public as a whole. The state of society would change too. If everyone's hearts grow to hold Shido responsible for his actions, things might start going our way.
It's a bold plan, but an interesting one.
Sounds good to me.
But if we're gonna do this, there's one thing you all need to realize.
And that is?
To begin with, why does something like the human cognition exist as another substantial world? The reason for that is most likely sleeping within Mementos. We'll be destroying that, you know.
I don't see where you're going with this.
The human cognition will lose substance, so you can't sneak into people's palaces anymore.
Whoa.
So if other criminals appear, you won't be able to steal their treasure and change their hearts. It means the Phantom Thieves will be going out of business.
Wow. That's quite the risk.
We'll have to discard this way of life.
think we need to do this. I mean, we're the group who's reforming society, right?
What do you think? As our leader, you'll lose your powers if Mementos is erased. Will you still do it?
Well, definitely. We have to.
I see. All right. It seems there are no objections.
Did you come up with a plan?
We did.
Whether it succeeds or not is another story, though.
Miss Prosecutor, looks like this is gonna be our last job.
Last job?
We're erasing the metaverse.
Once we accomplish our duty, we entrust the world to respectful adults. That is our condition for accepting this job.
This is a deal, then. That's certainly a heavy condition. But very well, I accept. I swear to make Masayoshi Shido stand and be tried in the court of law. Besides, my pride won't allow me to be continually saved by you all without doing anything in return.
We'll be counting on you.
Looks like it's decided then.
You're the leader, and this is officially our last mission. Come on, say something.
Sure. Let's fix this country!
We already said that before, though. That's fine. We're doing it for real this time after all.
True that.
We don't have much time, right? We should carry this out tomorrow. I'm counting on you guys.
We'll be counting on you too, Mona.
No matter what happens, you better see it through.
So, well, tomorrow's the big battle. Better get some serious rest. Not only this, but you need to finish your prep work by this evening. So, this is our last heist. We spent so much time together, but it all went by in a flash. So, according to the game, days until rearrest is few, which is rather interesting, because there's technically no time limit. But no days will pass after December 24th. So, essentially, December 24th is the day of which you won't really be doing much of anything past that date, unless, of course, you have unlocked the third semester. And unfortunately, we can't go out this evening, so yeah, it's best to spend this time making curry or making some coffee. And if you need some additional tools for your Phantom Thieves work, then it's best to call Kawakami and have her make the stuff for you. That way you can spend your remaining time making the tools you need. But I think I'm good with the tools that I have currently. And actually, before I do anything, you know what, never mind. I was going to say I could order some stuff from the shading website, but unfortunately that stuff will not arrive in time, so yeah, I'm gonna have to work with what I have. So, let's make some curry.
Make sure you close up.
What's that red liquid you added? That would be red wine. This alcoholic beverage is used to add acidity, richness, and depth to the curry. It also tenderizes the meat. The alcohol cooks off while the curry is stewing, leaving behind antioxidants that protect skin and reduce signs of aging. Red wine, huh? That should give the curry an elegant flavor. Ugh. Excuse me. Good lord.
Yes. All right.
Oh.
All right. 2 more master curries. You can never have enough curry, that's for damn sure. Just saying.
Hey.
What's up, Mona?
Actually, never mind. You must be tired.
No, please, just say it. What's up?
Honestly, you're amazing. There's definitely something special about you. You dodge everything the enemies throw at you like it's your destiny. At first, I just thought you were going to be a useful tool for me. But now this is where I belong.
That's good. Stay here forever.
Aren't you only going to be here for a year? Still, it makes me happy to hear that. It's not like me to say all that embarrassing stuff, but still, I think it's fine. For tonight, at least.
I could sense Morgana's strong trust in me.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the magician, granting thee infinite power.
There we go. Morgana is now officially maxed out when it comes to his confidant. And just like with all your other teammates, he now knows Second Awakening, or has a Second Awakening rather, transforms his persona into a mythological trickster. Not only this, but we can now fuse Futsunishi, the most powerful persona of the Magician Arcana. Pretty sweet. So, Morgana's persona Zoro has transformed into Mercurius. I think that's how you say it. If not, it's probably pronounced as something else. And alongside it receiving a... No. Alongside the transformation, we now can learn Evade Electric. As far as what I'm going to replace... Good question. You know what? I'm going to replace this. That'll work.
We should rest in preparation for tomorrow.
Definitely agree with you there, Mona. My eyelids are starting to get heavy. Can't keep them open any longer.
He's repelled such an ordeal, and this guy's still not being rewarded for it? If gods really do exist, they're being too hard on him.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there, Mona. That's for sure. Back in the Velvet Room.
That was a fruitless delight, inmate.
What do you mean?
We gave you words of praise, but we take them all back.
The source of what was hindering your rehabilitation. To think it would be the ignorant masses to which you tried to prove your integrity. Did they themselves not show elation for those who are unseen? Despite all that, they now say you do not exist. They toyed with you, yet none take responsibility. The distortion of man's world is endlessly deep. Fixing it may now be impossible, even with the appearance of a trickster.
What do you mean?
It seems this is the limit of humanity.
Jesus Christ, what the hell are you saying? Don't give up on us!
The time of ruin is nigh. One due to the distortion of man's own heart, from which none can escape.
Who do you think you are, God? I mean, seriously, what the actual hell is wrong with you, Igor? Something definitely seems fishy. He had such high hopes for us, and yet, now, it seems like he just doesn't care anymore. We definitely need to do something about that. Okay. This is the last big heist for the Phantom Thieves. You and everyone else. You've all grown so much. No, this is no time for getting to get sentimental. We're going to end this with a bang!
Okay, let's go.
Let's do this. It's time to go.
Good morning. It's finally time. You think it'll go well?
It has to.
Right. It's something only we can do. See you at the usual place after school. I'll tell everyone to come.
Alright. Oh, our grades are out. How'd you do? Damn, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Kidding. Hey, look at that. Look who got the top score. I'm top of the class again. Thank you, Internet. Damn, that feels good.
Hey, check out the nav.
Hmm? It's displaying an unfamiliar message.
The door to the depths of Mementos has been opened. Wait, does that mean...
Yeah, it does.
We're really gonna do this, right?
Of course.
Why are you asking now?
Well, I just thought, what am I gonna do if you guys freak out and bail on me? We're going to erase Mementos, aren't we? Come on, let's go, you guys.
Alright.
Mona sure seems hyped up. Say, isn't Mona-chan behaving a little odd?
Hmm. Now that you mention it.
You know, you're right.
Yeah. I shouldn't have brought that up. Shall we get going?
We'll definitely keep an eye on him. That's for sure. So, our dive into Mementos down to the absolute depths of the entire place has now officially begun. And we're gonna head out of here. Ha! Lol. So, this is the reason why it's important to explore all of Mementos before this point in the game. So that way you can return to the entrance and immediately go to the very depths of Mementos itself. So, yeah, that's interesting. By the way, at this point, you can't fight Justine and Caroline as super bosses anymore if you reach this point in the game. You still want to get out of this situation after everything that's happened to you, inmate? Of course I do. I'm not giving up. You... Guiding inmates along their rehabilitation is our duty. Okay, I'll help you a bit. And it looks like my internet is shitting itself again. God damn it. So...
What was that?
Apologies for that. Come on, internet. Get back. There you go. You surprised? Something like that is nothing for us. Come back here if you get wounded again, inmate. So, if you come here and speak to Caroline, she will heal you for free. So, in other words, she'll not only restore all of your HP, but also all of your SP. So, if you happen to run out while you're still exploring Mementos, then coming back to the entrance is honestly not a bad idea. Speaking of which... Whoa! You trying to go out? We don't know when the police might come after us, so we should avoid heading outside for now. But doesn't not being able to replenish our supplies put our entire planet at risk? In that case, how about we just go to the shops we need? No wandering outside, though. That seems to be a valid point of compromise. What are your thoughts, Joker? Fine by me. Alright then, where are we going? You can go to either the airsoft shop or the clinic at this point. How about we go to the clinic? Okay, let's make sure we don't draw any attention to ourselves. So again, you can return to the shop, these two locations only at this point. Are you nervous? I don't know. It's like you're about to take the plunge or something. So what kind of medicine do you need? Alright, first off,
You want that one?
let's go ahead and buy one of these.
That should work. Here you go. You want that one? Thanks. That should work.
That'll work.
Be sure to take them according to the recommended daily dosage.
Okay.
Just kidding.
That's funny. Okay, let's see.
You want that one? Thanks. That should work.
Not all to do when it comes to that kind of work.
You want that one?
Alright, that all to work. So again, if you need to make any last-minute preparations and get some additional supplies, then you can technically do so here. All I can do for you is give you medicine, so whatever you're doing, just make sure not to overdo it. So yeah, like I was saying, you can gather some additional supplies, and if you need to make some extra cash and sell off any unwanted treasures, you can do so here. You got an awfully serious look. I don't want to get dragged into trouble, so I'm not going to ask. If there's anything you want, go ahead and check them out. Alright, let's go ahead and sell some stuff. Not like we really got much out of it, but still, just saying. Alright, that all to work. We don't really need to buy anything else. Just don't overdo it. Alright. Preparations are complete, so let's go ahead and save and get ready for endgame. At least endgame for the original game. Just saying. So like I said, let's head on down to the deepest depths of Mementos. We made it. I'll let you decide what we're doing going forward, Joker. I say as I nearly run back up the stairs again like an idiot.
Hey, so, this shit here's that door to the depths, right?
It should be. Why? What's wrong?
I don't know, it looks just like all the other ones. I was thinking it's a little disappointing. Maybe we worked too hard to get down here or something.
The lack of unforeseen circumstances is nothing to complain about. Let us continue.
Definitely agree with you there, Yusuke. You never know what the depths of Mementos will contain. Speaking of which, we're already here.
What the hell is this?
It's some big fossil-looking thing. So this must be the treasure.
I don't think so.
Wait, look on the side. It's the train running down to Mementos. So this is where that crowd of people was trying to reach?
People are walking in and out of there, so the other side of the wall must be... Wait. It's not a wall, but a giant door?
Guess that means the treasure's not here. Come on, let's stay focused.
Definitely agree with you there, you guys. This is only the entrance to the last major dungeon of the game.
Is this thing seriously a door? How are we supposed to get past?
We just walk up to it and open it from the front.
It opened straight away. That means the inner depths the Metanav was talking about before are right ahead.
Hold on. The door only opens from this side. What do you mean? Well, I took a quick peek at the mechanism inside the door, and it looks like you can only open it from here. We can get in, but nothing can get out.
It's as though whatever lies within has been locked away.
Wait, so you're saying that the people going in there are choosing a life of imprisonment?
I have never felt such eeriness before. What is this place?
We'll find out once we reach the depths. Come on, let's go.
Oh boy, internet's shitting itself again. Fantastic. The hell is this place? It's so creepy. So those strange pipes tunneling through the Mementos were originally originating from down here after all. You know, I've been considering this for some time. They remind me of somewhat of veins.
No.
more importantly, what's up with this scenery? What kind of distortion is this? Well, we'll find out as soon as my internet comes back. Come on, internet. Get back up to speed. I hate it when it shits itself like this. I mean, seriously, come on, stop. Oh, Jesus flippin' H crisps. It's not like I have anything that's really eating up bandwidth right now. At least I shouldn't. And yet, I don't know what the hell is going on with this stupid thing. I don't know why I keep having internet issues out the frickin' ass. It just seems kind of random and stupid. Like, why does this keep happening? I don't know. I mean, what does everyone think this world is? Calm down, Lady On. The treasure is definitely here, and that's what's important now. And I can sense something else. A tremendous presence that's coming from much deeper within. I don't know that I want to find out what that may be, but we must harden our resolves. It's time to head for the depths. Actually, let's not. What's up? You want to head back into Mementos? Yeah. What's kind of hilarious is, even though Futaba just said that we can technically go in, but we can't go back out, and funny enough, it's actually not true. You can leave and re-enter Mementos if you so wish. And what's even more hilarious is that at this point, I activated a glitch called the Jose glitch. By exiting the Mementos depths and re-entering the location, Jose's bonuses normally do not apply here, as it is supposed to be an actual dungeon like in a palace. But if you exit this place and re-enter, for whatever reason, Jose's benefits kick in, and they stay active throughout your entire duration here. So, that's pretty neat. Also, if you need heals, you can always come back here to speak to Caroline, and she'll patch you right up. So, I think what I'll do here is, I may do some fusions every now and... no. I may do some fusions here. Just to see if I can get anything good out of this. Also, apologies for taking so long. I'm refreshing my dashboard on Twitch just to make sure everything is back up and all hunky-dory. Alright, I'm not going to register that, but I am going to register Izagami. For sure.
Are you sure?
Okay.
The inmate needs our guidance. Some modification, huh?
Now then, what can we make here?
Power requires sacrifice. You wish to perform an execution. Now choose.
Okay. Kind of sucks that we can't really do much when it comes to sacrificing certain personas.
Power requires sacrifice.
Okay, not gonna be doing that.
This may prove somewhat extreme.
Sure, whatever you say, Igor. Kind of funny that even though he just said that there's pretty much no hope left for humanity, he's still willing to help us even at this very moment. Even though it seems like he really shouldn't be. I'm not kidding when I say that either. I'm serious. So, let's see if we can fuse anything good. Well, I can technically bring back Sentinel, but Jack Frost, though?
You okay with this?
Honestly, this might be a better sacrifice. But, again, I can bring back Ardria. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. So, let's go ahead and fuse Raoul.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Actually, hang on. Let me see if I can fuse something better. This may actually work out a little bit better, though. Decisions. I know something like this is best utilized during a fusion alarm, but the reason why I'm looking into this a little more seriously is because
You okay with this?
Actually, the reason why I'm doing this sacrificial thing is just to empty my slots a little bit and see if I can do an advanced fusion. So first off, as far as what skills we're going to bring over, I'm definitely going to bring over Heated Bloodline. That is its default trait. So let's do that. I'm going to bring over Concentrate. Let's go for that. Sure, Nullify Curse. Might as well, am I right? And as far as what other skill we're gonna give it, I think I'll also give it this.
It will receive extraordinary power.
Do it!
Now for a rebirth.
This should give it a few level ups. Funny enough, this persona is one of the more powerful personas in this entire game. So, that's actually pretty damn cool. So, Fire Amp. Nah. Evade Ice, though. This might actually come in handy. Yeah, goodbye, Attack Master. Colossal physical damage to all foes. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's go for an advanced fusion and see what we can make that isn't too OP. Looks like we got a couple of different options, Yoshizune as well as Michael. Yoshizune is an excellent choice and one of the best personas in the entire game, but damn is it freaking strong. At level 87, that's 3 levels higher than Joker's current level. And let's screw it, let's just make it. We're pretty much at the end of the game anyway, so we might as well work with what we can get. Yoshizune requires a lot of sacrifices, but it is so worth it. 205,219 yen. Quite a substantial price, but it is so worth it. So, as far as its default skills, that would be Retaliating Body. It doubles counterattack damage. But, what you really want for Yoshizune is Will the Sword. Triples the effects of Charge and Concentrate. So, if you thought those skills were great before, sweet Jesus, this is even better. Giving this particular persona Will the Sword is not exactly easy. Considering that one of the traits for your sacrificial persona, that would be this guy right here, he needs to have Will of the Sword for his trait, which I think is his default trait. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. So anyway, Will of the Sword. And as far as what skills we're going to give it. I'm going to go ahead and give it this, Dazzler. Double Shot. That. Okay, I'm definitely going to give it this, Apt Pupil. And I think I'll give it Alley Dance as well.
It will receive extraordinary.
Do it.
Now for a rebirth.
Here we go. There's Yoshizune. Like it said. It said what? Like I said, this is one of the most powerful personas in the entire game. well worth it when it comes to sacrificing the required personas. So, Last Stand is a pretty damn good skill, but it only activates when you're surrounded in the ambush. So, the usefulness of this is... meh. No thank you. Electric Amp sounds pretty good. But... screw it. Do it. As far as its final skill that it can learn, that would be this. Light physical attacks to all foes 8 times. I think. Then again, there's probably one more that I don't realize, but there is a skill that attacks the foe like... Okay, yeah, this is its final skill. And if you happen to have something like Apt Pupil and happen to have increased... If you happen to have increased critical hit chance, then this skill is a practical godsend, and it is one of the best in the game. So worth leveling up Yoshizune. That is for sure. Okay, and as far as anyone else is concerned...
You change your mind? You'd like to read the compendium? You want to register it? You'd like
No. I do not wish to register all of them. I think I might be good when it comes to my personas and my selection.
Now choose.
Then again, I could probably toss a couple if I really need to here. In fact, I may go ahead and do something about it. Raphael, that sounds like a pretty good persona to have.
You okay with this?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's go ahead and get to work on this as soon as my internet comes back again. Come on, this is annoying. Whatever, screw it. So anyway, its default trait is Pinch Anchor. After a baton pass allows use of skills only available when surrounded. Sounds pretty good, but really not that great. Screw it. I'll just give it the trait anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and, Actually, no. I'm gonna go with, Relentless. Go with that. That ought to work pretty damn well, if I do say so myself. So, as far as other skills we're gonna bring over... I'm gonna go with, Nuclear... And I think I'll also bring over Wind. Yeah, that ought to work out.
It will receive extraordinary...
Do it.
I see.
Again, apologies for the internet shitting itself multiple times. There's not a whole lot I can really do about that. I just hope that the local recording is fine and not out of sync or something stupid like that. Okay. Growth 3. Very nice ability to have when you're working on leveling it up, but... no. Adverse Resolve. Let's see. Increases critical rate when surrounded. No thank you. Don't need it. Arms Master. Decreases HP cost of skills by half. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay, let's see. All stat buffs. You know what? Do it. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and fuse something else, if we possibly can. And it doesn't look like we can do anything else. That's unfortunate. I was hoping maybe to have been able to take advantage of an additional fusion. Then again, I technically can with network fusion. But keep in mind, since this is technically supposed to be the last day, you need to choose carefully of which personas you're going to sacrifice and to which. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. Siegfried. That sounds excellent. Mm-hmm, definitely. Alright, that ought to work pretty damn well, if I do say so myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go for it. Its default trait is Retaliating Body. Doubles counter damage. So, that's pretty good. Again? Alright. Hang on. Colossal physical damage to one foe. Okay, apologies for taking so long when it comes to this stuff. I want to make sure I have a good amount of different personas for, like, different situations and stuff like that. I'm just saying. Hang on, does high counter stack? It does not. I thought it would stack with something of a similar skill, but no, it doesn't. So, that kind of stinks. You know what, let's do that. And as far as what other skills we're going to give it, I think we'll go with this. And this.
It will receive some new power. I see.
That'll work. By the way, one thing worth mentioning here is that even though there's no fusion alarm going on right now, it is still possible that you can get a fusion accident, or just an accident in general. And the results are the same as if a fusion alarm occurs. If an accident occurs, then there's you're forced to leave. Which does kind of suck. Even so, it is what it is. I definitely want to have apt pupil for sure. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Acquired a special skill, huh? Soul Chain. 20 SP after a baton pass. Wow. That's quite a skill. Gotta love network fusion and the luck behind it, am I right?
You change your mind? Done already?
Okay.
It is time, inmate.
I think that ought to do it when it comes to preparations and all the prep work that we need to do. It's time to head into the depths of Mementos. Off we go. Boy, this place is eerie as crap. Whoa, shit! There's a ton of them gathered here. It looks like they're all trying to get past that door. But why is it so crowded? It looks like the door is keeping them all out. We'll have to try to look for another way in. That's not too hard. And what's even more interesting is that a lot of people are begging to just go in. Huh, it looks like we can go through here too. Be careful, okay? Also, one thing worth mentioning here, before I forget, is that the final persona I need to add to my registry for this file is located here. And that particular persona is a rare one of the rare personas. So, yeah, we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm getting a bad feeling from this place. I wonder why. The shadows out front were trying to get in here, right? What could it be? Well, only one way to find out, and that is to keep going through here until we can find something. Can't go that way. I guess that makes sense. But anyway, it's time to head on through and... Whoa, this is kind of creepy.
What is this place?
Whoa. Did we stumble into a cult?
Are those chains on them? Is this a prison?
That's what it looks like.
Who's captured here?
Technically speaking, I would say it's someone's shadow.
They're saying something.
Come on, don't be out there and come on in.
Don't open the cells, okay? I have no intention of leaving this place.
They feel safe being here? What are you saying? You're being kept in a prison.
This reminds me of Kamoshida's castle. They're like the slaves we saw there.
Actually, I think that's worse.
This place is the best in the end. In the depths within is a system that grants desires.
A system that grants desires?
Something like that exists? Here?
It's no use. You can't reason with these people.
They're truly distorted, just like the scenery here.
You end up searching for stuff or being troubled because you're outside the prison. There are things you don't need to know to live on.
He's right. Things like the details on the system. The locked quarantine cell.
Quarantine? Who's locked in there?
Good question.
Supposedly a great and truly dangerous criminal. But who would want to check a place like that? Come now, we don't have to chat like this. Why not come inside?
Mona?
What's up?
Why are you out and about? Where are your restraints?
In your butthole?
Oh crap! Removing your restraints is not allowed. Outsiders must be eliminated.
Oh boy. Looks like we got company. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. So as far as these guys are concerned, these guys are weak against wind. They have a strong resistance against psychokinesis. They drain light-based attacks and nullify curse. So, with that in mind, let's get to work now, shall we? And since we technically have Mona in our party right now, also sweet. Thanks for the crit. Thanks for the crit increase, dude. I appreciate it.
Something else.
You can hit their weakness.
Goodbye. This is the end. See you all in hell. And like I said, we got ourselves the Josei bonus thanks to the Josei glitch. Also, again, internet is shitting itself. Come on, stop it. I guess the reason why my internet is shitting itself like this is due to the frickin' snowstorm that's going on right now. I don't know why it's been doing this for like every session I've done of this game up to this point so far. Well, not every session is like this, where the internet literally shits itself multiple times. It's not like I'm really pushing it that hard. Am I? I don't think that's really the case here. I mean, I'm able to maintain a stable internet roughly 90% of the time, so what's the deal here? Honestly, I just do not understand at all.
That was careless of us. It should be no surprise that a prison has guards.
Wait a sec. This is everyone's palace, right? Not like Kamoshida's castle. Who's keeping these people here?
Mona-chan? I remember now. I've seen this place before.
Really?
Hold on, though. It wasn't open until we came here today.
Sorry. It's just a sense I'm getting. Still. It feels like I'm really close to remembering something important.
You know, coming in here was what you wanted from the beginning. We just gotta keep moving on.
On top of that, I'm curious to know who the ruler of this place is.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what about these people?
Leave them be. They'll be taken care of if we erase Mementos.
Hey, it's dangerous to keep standing around here. Let's get going.
Okay. That won't be too bad. Now then. So, as far as how we're going to go about getting this particular persona to appear, the rare persona of which I still need to pick back up, or no, pick up in general. Oof. I did not quite want to get ambushed like that, but Whatever. Okay, this is fine. This is what I kind of wanted to do anyway.
Let's go.
So, I know it seems kind of weird that I am intentionally getting myself attacked here, but the reason why I'm doing this is because in order to get this rare persona to show up, you need to have a very high security level. Alright. Oh, come on, really? All 3 shots miss. Are you kidding me right now? Screw you, game. Screw you. Alright. Crusher! You really couldn't have done that a little bit sooner? Well, whatever. No big deal. Burn, baby! There you go. You gotta love that charge, am I right? Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll do this at the speed of light.
Thanks, Futaba. Not like we really needed that, but hey. I'll take what I can get, I guess. Hey, you! Hit me! By the way, if you do plan on intentionally getting yourself ambushed, make sure it's from the front. Otherwise, it will result in a full-blown ambush. And as you've seen, that can be really, really bad. Just saying. There we go.
Good work, everyone.
So as far as this last persona that we need to get, it is known as the Hope Diamond.
Give me a sec.
Wow, thanks, Futaba. That's actually super helpful right now. The odds of that happening multiple times in a row is pretty damn small, which is rather interesting. What's up with you? Work hard, struggle, pursue a faint glimpse of happiness. Is any of that really necessary? The world is already complete. There's nothing left to do. Hell? Is this some kind of prison cell too? Plus there are those blood vessel things coming down into it. It's as if that person is being mind-controlled. Although, there's not really a whole lot we can do for him right now, but as soon as we take the treasure, then everything should be fine. What is this? Joker, try activating it! Okay, sure. Whoa! Looks like we activated some sort of light puzzle. Whoa! What the hell? What's going on? Calm down. It doesn't seem like it's a trap or anything. Try touching it again, Joker. Yep. Okay. It's back to normal. Just what was that? There seems to be more to this prison, but right now, this is a dead end for some reason. Then this must be a security system. Will we be able to proceed if we disable it? Probably. We'll need you to look into it a little more, though. Do it again, Joker. It looks like touching it turns it back off, so it can't be that dangerous, right? True enough. Although I wish he would have actually turned it back on during cutscene land, but I digress. So how these things work is you... Okay, try walking around. Okay. Oh, it's a different color. So the color of a spot changes when you walk on top of it. Joker, try making the entire floor blue for now. Dude, you have any idea what that's gonna do? Are you sure it'll be safe? All great things start with a leap of faith. The decision is yours, Joker. So, at this point, we're going to be doing these light panel puzzles, and there's a lot of them throughout this entire dungeon. Most of them are pretty simple, while others may be a little more complex. The device is radiating a vibrant blue light. Aha! It's probably connected to the color of the floor somehow. So since we changed all the spots on the floor to blue, the device's color changed too. Joker, try touching it now! Just be careful not to deactivate any of the other panels, otherwise, yeah, you'll have to reactivate the panel again. Keep that in mind. Whoa! It opened! You did it! So the device is not only a switch, but also the wall that's blocking our path. That's a pretty elaborate device. It is only natural that security is tight in a prison. Then again, no inmates actually wish to leave. They've broken through our safety net! Head to the scene at once! Don't let them escape! Ugh, can't you just try taking it easy on us this time? Yeah, you can fight these guys if you want, or you can just run. That's entirely up to you. Ooh. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard. Thanks for the crit increase. Sure, it does it to everyone, but still. Oh, shit! You goddamn right! Phew. Okay. Well, that's not good. I was really, really hoping that attack would have finished it off. Okay. Okay, we can still recover from this. Oh, fuck off, game. Oh dear. Shit. Oh! Oh, thank God. Somehow we are still alive. I don't know how, but we are. Emergency salvation. What can I say? We just got unlucky for that fight. And somehow we are still alive. Barely, but we're alive. For now, anyway. Alright, let's try again now, shall we? Okay, that was something. Now, let's end this proper. Thank you. Phew, that was definitely a really, really rough fight, to say the least. Even though I got the ambush on, it doesn't matter. I still got completely wrecked. Just saying. That was not good. Not a good feeling. Oh, nice. Inflicted it with fear. There you go. Goodbye. Nice. Alright, security level is at 52%, so that should mean that we'll have a pretty good possibility of having the treasure demon spawn, but I would say that's still not quite enough yet. You, attack me, damn it! Thank you. 65%. Thanks, Futaba. You're the best. Nice. Finished one of them off. Oh, hi. Show me the money, my friend. You can do better than that. Oh, screw you, dude. Well, whatever. Phew, okay, thank God. Oh, come on! Seriously? Much better. I was kind of hoping for another crit, but here we are. Okay. Here we go. Time to finish you off. There we go, he's done. Thank God.
Okay.
Alright. That ought to be good when it comes to raising the security level. Although, that was a pretty nice level up, not gonna lie. Damn. Okay. Well, so much for having a good security level increase. It doesn't matter if something is right or wrong. If there's a rule, we just have to follow it. If anything, those who treat the rules with honor are just, while those who break them are villains. What is this, China? You talk about justice, but you know, there's something sucking stuff out of your head, right? Definitely don't want to have that sort of feeling happening anytime soon. Alright, let's go ahead and try this crap again now, shall we? How about you burn in hell? Okay. Attacking the other one, the disastrous shadow, is probably not the best idea. It's funny how I say that, and I do it anyway. At least not attacking it with someone who doesn't have its weakness nailed down. Again, gotta love it when the internet shits itself randomly for no reason whatsoever. Okay, can we please just get everything working properly? I would love to have a working stream like today. That would be fan-frickin-tastic. Come on, internet, you can get back to stability. Come on. God, that seems to be today's theme. Internet just loves going up and down, and all around. Honestly, I don't even know why this keeps happening. It's so stupid. It's not like I'm even doing that much when it comes to internet usage. Who the hell knows? Honestly, I just do not know. I probably shouldn't even worry about it because, again, I don't think there's much I can do about my internet stability. It's almost as if I have satellite internet right now, which is bad. I really don't like that feeling at all. Still no treasure. Such a foolish group. Your actions will change nothing. All this is going to end soon anyway. You might as well patiently await your demise. It's all going to end? What is he saying? Well, whatever he's saying, he's spouting nonsense in my honest opinion. Okay. 68% is, yeah, it is pretty good for summoning treasure demons. But it's still not enough, apparently. We're gonna need to push it even higher, like towards 90% plus. Thankfully, that shouldn't be too hard to do, as soon as I'm able to jump down, goddammit. Hey you, attack me, dammit.
Okay. Show me your true form.
That's better. 81% ought to be pretty good. We'll definitely see for sure. Kinda concerning to see that Joker's almost at SP. Okay. Nice! Burnt them to a frickin' crisp! You gotta love seeing that! Oh boy, enemy reinforcements!
That one's just weird. I don't know what it's gonna do.
Let's go.
Okay, we still got this, we're still perfectly fine, just saying. You know what? Let's have Mona come out to play. Nicely done. Kaboom! Nice. Thanks. Thank you, Futaba. How did I almost forget your name for a second? I honestly do not know. Gotta love them brain farts, am I right? There you go. Sit down, son. You know what, Mona? Go ahead. Might as well pass the baton and keep on going. Am I right? Might as well give Joker a little bit of a break, considering his SP is so damn low right now. Here we go. By the way, I know I can technically pull out Sentinel. Oh, hi, how you doing? Like I was saying, I can technically pull out Sentinel right now just because of, Oh, shit! God damn it. How about no and GTFO? Thieves Guild, hello? Little help? The request failed! Okay, that's definitely not something that has happened before. Let's try again. There we go. Maybe that has something to do with my internet. Thankfully, if a request does fail, it's not that big of a deal as it doesn't actually count towards your usage. So, I guess you can say there's a first time for everything. So, there you go. There we go. That's better. Great. More reinforcements. You gotta love seeing that. Oh, damn. Again? Are you serious? No. Definitely odd. Alright. There we go. This is truly something else, that's for sure. Probably one of the more unique sessions we've had in this entire game. That was definitely something I really was not too comfortable with. Okay, still no treasure demon, even at 81%. That's concerning. Alright, 94%. That should definitely be a lot better when it comes to those kinds of odds. Okay. Alright, you know what? Instead of trying to do an all-out attack, why don't you join my cause instead? Thankfully, doing something like this, even at a high security level, will end the battle instantly. So you don't need to worry about reinforcements. And at this point, I really can't deal with any additional reinforcements right now.
I'll do this at the speed.
Thanks, Futaba. You the best. Perfect timing, too. Still nothing. No treasure demon in sight. This is very concerning because if you fail to get the treasure demon within this dungeon, there's a very high chance you won't be seeing it ever again. Or at all for that matter. Hey, why are you guys on that side? You really think you'll gain anything over there? You must be idiots, huh? Maybe you should be smarter about how you're living your life. Happiness is much more than simply gaining things. To be honest, I can't believe he's actually enjoying his life here. To be quite frank, I feel the same way. Just saying, it's kinda creepy. There are standards, laws, rules, manners, common sense. Following those things is the only correct way of living. What is there to be confused about? Anyone who can't do that is just an outcast. All you really have to do is obey the rules. How pathetic. He should be more aware of his own situation. Definitely agree with you there. Just saying, it's really odd. Is this the same kind of thing as earlier? It should be, for the most part. Give it a try, Joker. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, really, come on. Whoa, this is a little different. Hey, that spot on the floor is already blue. The mechanism should be the same, though. We just need to make them all blue in the end. So, even though we're going to be changing the colors of these floors from yellow to blue and back again, there's really nothing to worry about, and the solution is literally right under your feet. Don't be afraid to walk back and forth until you get the desired results. Just saying. Okay, still nothing. Looks like we're going to need to max out the security level if we're going to get the treasure demon to appear. In the long term, your struggles will transform into nourishment. All you need to do is endure. No matter how much they beat or kick you, it is all for your own self-benefit in the end. If anything, I should feel thankful. This is exactly what I deserve. It hurts hearing this. I had the exact same mindset in the past. But thankfully, that's not really the case now. Come on, dude, attack me. Alright. Maxed out security level. Definitely haven't done anything like this in, like, ever. Well, technically, I have done it during a practice playthrough, but even so, I'm just saying. Alright, Mona, you're up. Time to wreck face and take names. There you go. Good boy. She says that, and Fox gets burned. And another hostage situation. Great. Fine, you win. Not! Huh. Okay, that's the last of, that. That's the last of our, saves from the Phantom, or the Thieves Guild. So, that kind of sucks. Unfortunately, it is what it is. If we get into another hostage situation again, we're either going to have to meet their demands or say no. And depending on what they desire, if we don't meet them, then our friend will get killed right then and there.
Okay.
Just saying.
I can still fight.
Maxed out security level and still nothing.
Show me your true form.
Should have healed Fox there. Alright. This'll be fine. Everything is okay. Okay. You know what? This is fine.
Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
Let's go.
This is your chance. Hit him where it hurts.
Nicely done.
Joker took one out. Don't move now.
Do it.
Let's end it now, shall we? Gotta love it when Futaba has her time to shine. Am I right? Level 86. Good to see. Always nice to have some additional SP back. Am I right? Okay. Here's what I'll do. I will equip Centennial, but I'm not really going to be using any of his abilities. The only reason I even have him equipped right now is because of one of his passive abilities known as Tyrant Mind. What Tyrant Mind does is, at the end of the battle, so long as you manage to defeat the enemy, you will regain all of your HP and SP. So, hell yeah, go for it, Mona! Wreck him! Nice. Nice. Kind of interesting to see that Joker gets his all-out attack calling card sort of thing instead of Mona. Kind of sucks. I'm not saying that his thing sucks. Far from it, in fact. Alright. Okay. I thought about maybe using a SP restoration item here, which that may not be too bad of an idea, but Jesus, looks like my internet is shitting itself again. God damn it. Screw it. I'll just keep going. Not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Today is just one of those days where the internet will shit itself over and over and over again. It just has no stability today. It's so stupid, I swear. But thankfully, I do record my streams, so in the event that the stream gets split up by Twitch for reasons, I still have a single raw recording, so that is perfectly fine and still good to go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll register you. Where's you, though? No. Yeah. Yeah, I'll register Yoshizune. I'm not going to register Siegfried yet. Alright, that'll do it for registration. Now, let's see what we can make out of this stuff. By the way, this is Yusuke's most powerful weapon. Sacrificing Yoshizune for Yusuke's strongest weapon is definitely well worth it, in my opinion. But that's entirely up to you. Okay. How about you?
An even more powerful accessory. The resulting card may be different than usual.
Okay, let's try something else. We're gonna do a normal fusion here.
Alarm fusion.
Actually, this may be a good time to fuse Raoul. By the way, Raoul is technically DLC, and I think it's included in the Legacy DLC pack. So, that's pretty neat. As far as its default skills, it has, its default trait, it is Hazy Presence. Increases chance of triggering allies' follow-up attacks. Excellent skill to have for sure. So, let's go ahead and give it that. And as far as what skills we're going to give it. Let's see. Diamond Dust, definitely. I think we'll give it Freeze Boost, Ice Amp. One-shot kill. And I think I'll give it Gun Amp.
This should bestow great power and, well...
Yeah, go for it. So basically, Raoul is an advanced form of Arsene. Believe it or not. It's basically a super cool version of Arsene. You know what? Go ahead and change it. Let's see what we get. Regenerate 3. Not really too good. But the curse ability is still pretty good. So I'll take what I can get. Curse Amp. That sounds pretty good. By the way, when it comes to Raoul and his unique sleep-like skill, Phantom Show, it has a very high chance of inflicting sleep on all foes. And I feel like most of the time it will work, which is absolutely incredible. So if you need to inflict sleep on someone, definitely go for it. You know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of Freeze Boost. I would love to have Concentrate right now, but it doesn't learn it until level 81. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Raoul is a pretty damn powerful persona as it is. So, there you go. Insta-heal. That sounds pretty good as far as items are concerned. But not gonna be worrying about that.
This will arise. This may be somewhat grisly.
Alright, this is fine. I wanted to power up Izagami anyway. Now, who to sacrifice next? Yep, nope, I'm not gonna have that. Nope. Alright. To be honest, I really don't have much of anyone else to sacrifice. I really don't want to sacrifice anyone else at the moment, not even Raoul, as odd as it may seem. So much for taking advantage of the fusion alarm. And again, I know what I can do. Let's go ahead and summon something. How about this?
I will require the this is calm down.
Alarm time, inmate. We're gonna strangle him real tight.
I know it seems kind of weird that I summoned another persona that is technically higher in level, but there's a reason why I did it. And that is purely to power up Izagami. Or technically Izagami no Okami Pikoro. Totally different personas. Just saying. So worth it.
Well now, a most unexpected turn of events.
Honestly, the stat increases aren't too good, but it's better than nothing, I always say. Alright. That'll take care of that. Now then, let's go ahead and keep moving. Also, if you do reach a safe room, it may be tempting to use a healing item there, but it's honestly a better idea to go back to the entrance of the Memento Steps. That way you can speak to Caroline and Justine and heal up that way. Once you do, then you're able to get back into the fight without expending any items. So, that's awesome. Speaking of personas we're going to equip, let's go ahead and have Raoul come out to play. Alright. Can we get a treasure demon today, please? I really don't like the fact that I've been getting so unlucky when it comes to getting this thing to show up. Looks like I'm gonna have to run into a few more enemies in order to even stand a chance. Alright, this is one of the more complex puzzles. But we can definitely solve this. There we go. All done. That wasn't too bad. Just required a little bit of extra brain power. Funny enough, one more thing worth mentioning here is there's actually an unused event for you failing to steal the public's heart here in Mementos, which is rather interesting and peculiar. And I'm not exactly sure what the reason why it goes unused, other than the fact that it probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for it to even be there, so what else? What the shit? It truly seems to go on an ad infinitum. Where does it lead? I never expected there would be this much here. But the treasure's presence is getting stronger. We're going in the right direction for sure. So because of that...
Get in. We don't have time to go down on foot.
Thanks, Mona. Kinda wish he could drive us the entire way down, but I digress. That's not to push him too hard, especially considering the fact that he's starting to remember more and more about himself. It's kind of interesting. And I think he's about to remember even more about this place.
What? You're...
Kamoshida?
Kamoshida?
Sense... No. Madarame.
Kanashiro's over here. Is President Okumura here too?
Father isn't around anymore.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. More importantly, look there.
Shido.
Masayoshi Shido.
The hell's going on? These guys should have had a change of heart from the palace's disappearing.
Your bond's as great as always. Come on, come closer.
You creep.
Screw you.
I'm joking. I don't want any more trouble. I finally get to live without having to think for myself now.
I mistakenly thought myself to be talented. But now I think I'm a fool for wanting too much.
It's no wonder people who can't take a hint get yelled at. I'm done acting like a big shot. Who cares if I'm stupid? It's not like you get punished for being dumb. Nobody needs to strive to be more than they really are.
These people seem completely different than they were before.
I don't think it's because they had a change of heart, though.
Wait. Have they chosen a life of captivity after they lost their distorted desires?
Unfortunately, Okumura isn't here with us.
That much we figured out.
Nothing can be done for the dead. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. Thank you for the details. Now, if you don't mind, what in the world is this place?
It's supposedly called the Prison of Regression.
Regression?
More importantly, does this look like captivity to you? Why, it's the exact opposite. The utmost freedom is available to anyone who desires it here. This is the freedom to not make decisions. A release from having to think for yourself. It is far more marvelous than the country I wish to create.
Release from having to think? But that's...
It's ludicrous.
However, there are some fools who cannot stay put in this place. In other words, they are escaped convicts. Of course, I'm talking about our past selves. Such people are segregated from this peaceful world and locked away in their own palaces.
Much like you were, huh?
So those are the palace rulers.
I really gotta thank you for changing my heart. I got to come back here after all.
We sent him back here?
I don't understand. Just what have we been doing by using the cognitive world?
It's too late to ask that now.
That's true, but...
This ain't the time to be getting confused.
Exactly.
We're here as the society fixing Phantom Thieves today.
Having the freedom to not make your own decisions only means that someone else is controlling.
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Who is the ruler here? Who made all of this?
What an odd question to ask. It should be obvious. Every member of the general public.
Really now?
Haven't you learned anything in school? The collective ruler of a democratic country is its people.
Don't lie out of your ass like
I don't
that.
think he's lying.
There was a guard here earlier. That means someone's got to be looking out for you guys, right?
You may be right. We are the ones looking out upon everyone else.
No. So the ones who least want the prison to be tampered with are the prisoners themselves?
It don't matter what this guy's talking about. We're gonna erase all of Mementos anyways. Come on, let's keep going. Mona, the treasure's in the deepest part, right?
Mona?
Do you remember something else?
I do remember this place. I saw the humans in here, and realized I looked different than them for some reason. Right. That's when I started to think I wanted to turn into a human.
Is that why you thought you would regain your true form if we destroyed Mementos?
Sorry, I'm still missing a lot of my memories, but I know I started randomly checking a bunch of palaces. Then my next memory is about that bastard Kamoshida's.
Hmm.
I'm starting to remember more.
What are you doing here?
Oh boy. More company.
Guards again? And there are more of them this time.
Damn it. We got careless. Let's run!
How about we stand and fight?
Discovered some escaped inmates. Catch them at once.
So yes, you can choose to run if you so wish, but they just had to come piling out. Let's do this! Let's go. Aha! Here it is! Finally! Weakness to ice revealed. And thus we have a new ability, Sleuthing Instinct. Whenever Sleuthing Instinct kicks in at the start of a battle, you will deduce information about an enemy's affinity. It may even reveal the enemy's weakness to you. Check the announces screen post-sleuthing for more tactical information. Overall, super, super handy. Okay, he's down. Now to take down the others. Alright, Joker. Let's see. How about we try Phantom Show? Alright, that worked out. There we go. There we go. Another one down. Alright. Say hello to the Hope Diamond. AKA the final persona to be added to my inmate registry. Phew. It took a long time, but finally, the inmate registry is now 100% complete. I was getting kind of worried that we wouldn't be able to complete it in this playthrough, especially considering the circumstances. So now we don't need to worry about this anymore. We can just simply move on with our very, very lives, reduce the security level, and just rush on through and bust everyone's asses and clap them like a frickin' champ. Hell yeah. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of Ice Amp. I definitely want Concentrate for sure. You always want Concentrate, no matter what the circumstances may be. Charge is also a really good skill to have, depending on the person and their persona. Just saying. There's nothing I can do myself. I'll just leave social reform to someone else who has the power. I'm not fit for that kind of stuff. Anyway, the world's gonna end soon, so who really cares? The world's going to end? What does he mean by that? It's more than just some offhand comment, right? Honestly, a lot more people are saying this over and over again as if they're preaching it, and it's disturbing to say the least. This isn't how it was supposed to be. It's all society's fault for not accepting me. Hard work only brings exhaustion. This life is such a waste. Yes, I wish everything would just end already. The hell is he talking about? End. This is bullshit. God damn it. Who the hell's locking all these people up? Good question. We'll definitely find out soon enough as we continue to make our way through here. Making our way through the rest of this entire place should be a pretty easy matter now, considering that we just finally got Hope Diamond and everything, so yeah, the rest should be easy going. And we'll be able to progress through here a lot faster now. Social reform? I'm not interested. That stuff's lame anyway. Don't you think destruction's more pleasing? Destruction is pleasing? He cannot be in his right mind. It's as though he wishes for the world to end. In fact, I think that's exactly what he desires. Wow, these people have no faith. Seriously, like, what is up with everyone today? I swear, it's like a nightmare before Christmas. Except way, way worse, way more serious, and less whimsical and musical. You know what I mean? Right. Good old Holy Shroud. Good to see that.
Show me your true form.
Ooh, level 87. Good to see that. It's kind of interesting to see that Joker's almost finished when it comes to leveling up. Once he reaches level 99, then he's good. He's good to go. He'll be good for the rest of the game. And I'll be able to really bring out all of my super powerful OP personas without much regret. Except for Izagami no Okami Pikaro, that is. He's the most OP being in the universe. The outside world? I can see it all online. It'd be a pain actually going anywhere. And besides, it's going to be happening soon. Wow. This game predicted COVID-19 before COVID-19. That is... I don't even know. So he just wants to see the world from online, huh? I know how that might feel, but it gets old after a while. I can speak from experience. And besides that, what's happening soon? Good question. Perhaps we'll find out the deeper we go. For now, we need to keep moving. Another one. There's no way we can change the world. Everyone agrees. So why don't you guys come join us? The world's gonna end soon anyway, so you might as well. When did these people begin to think this prison is a comfortable place to live? Probably as soon as they started giving up on themselves and society as a whole. Just saying. Society kind of sucks, but we have to live through it anyway and just push on and live our everyday lives day to day, you know what I mean? It's kind of cynical in a sense, you know? It's definitely some deep cuts here, that's for sure. Alright, new safe room.
I should write something.
Since we have a new safe room and the fusion alarm has officially gone off, now we'll be able to take better advantage of that. Okay, better advantage of fusions, I mean. Plus, we have a few personas that we need to sacrifice and level up anyway. So, here we go.
Do you need something?
Okay. Let's see what we can come up with today.
Pursue rehabilitation
You
with
wish to
all
view
your
the
might.
Okay.
registration, yes?
You know, this version of Raphael is actually pretty damn good. Maybe I will register it. You, however, not so much.
You wish to register it to the compendium?
Okay.
One of my favorite. Get ready for this.
Ooh, we can fuse another persona, Maria. So, as far as this particular persona is concerned, I guess I was wrong about the inmate registry being complete, as I have not fused Maria in this file. In order to get this particular persona, you do have to have the Hope's Diamond, and also Siegfried. Not only this, but you need to max out the Faith Confidant, which can only be done during the 3rd semester. And during my 2nd playthrough, I only just made it by the skin of my teeth. I am not kidding. It was definitely a really, really close call, but I managed to pull it off. But even so, yes, let's go ahead and do it. I don't care if it is OP. It's not like we're going to be using it anyway. So, as far as its default trait, It decreases SP cost of support skills by 75%, which is, holy shit, I don't believe it. It's truly something else, and well worth it. So let's see, as far as what we're going to give it. Honestly, I don't have a whole lot of useful skills. But I'm definitely going to give it Endure, for sure. Invigorate 2 sounds pretty good. That'll work. Go ahead. Definitely the perfect time for a fusion alarm, too, to summon and fuse Maria. So, like I said, in order to get it, you have to max out the Faith Confidant, which is incredibly difficult to do. You know what? Change it. Endearing Soul. Definitely a worthy upgrade. Give me Hate Razor. Holy Embrace. Restores 25% HP each turn in battle. Ooh, that's actually pretty damn good. Let's see. You know what? Let's get rid of Soul Chain. As far as its other skills, Angelic Grace, definitely gonna be wanting to get that for sure. But its other skills, Holy Benevolence and Salvation, are incredibly awesome skills. For sure. Also, Invigorate 2 and 3, I believe, do stack on top of each other. So, that's something worth mentioning. I didn't even think about that, but here we are. Okay, that should definitely complete the registry. Yes, it did. It completed the registry 100%. Maria was the final persona I needed to make. There is another combination that, there is another combination of making Maria, but I can't remember what the exact thing is. Also, there is some special dialogue that you can get between Justine, Caroline, and Igor. And you can get it right now after you complete the registry and step back into the cage. You've come. I have something to tell you. Every row in my inmate registry has been filled with the names of personas. Our master is very satisfied at the progress you've made towards your rehabilitation as well. As such, he has granted permission to lower the price of summoning personas to the lowest possible. And for New Game Plus runs, this is the absolute lowest you can take it. But don't think that you'll be getting them for free. The world isn't that easy. Still, I'll recognize the fruits of your labor. Well done, inmate. I'm surprised that you were able to gain this much power. Use that strength to its fullest and aid in your rehabilitation. I most definitely will, ladies. I most definitely will. So, just as far as sacrificing Maria is concerned, during a fusion alarm, you get the Rosary of Purity, which grants her unique skill, Holy Benevolence, as an accessory. Definitely a great skill to have for anyone, period. But, is it really worth sacrificing her? Well, yes, in a sense, it is. But, she's technically super powered up right now, and we're not going to worry about that. So, as far as whom we're going to sacrifice to power up Izagami, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice you. Funny enough, this particular persona right here, Ardria, she grants the most amount of XP per sacrifice in the entire game as far as I can tell. Then again, there might be someone else that I don't realize, but even so, it's still something worth mentioning. So there we go. Again, I can always get her back. In fact, I probably will right now. Not just her either, but someone else too. Okay, got ourselves Almighty Boost, strengthens Almighty skills by 25%. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Evade Wind. I don't really need that. However, I would like to have Almighty Amp for Izagami here. As far as being able to bring that over it's gonna be a pain to say the least. No thank you, because Salvation is already good enough as is. Hell no, because we got Myriad Truths, aka the best skill in the entire game. Just saying.
You wish to view the compendium.
Alright, so
Path you have walked.
let's go and summon dang him. Damn, what's her name? Ardria? Here we go.
This is the one I will require. This is your power.
Now let's go by level and sacrifice the most powerful persona that we can.
This person you wish to summon, take it then. Calm down.
Alarm time, inmate. We're gonna strangle him real tight.
This is how
That's exactly what I want to do.
somewhat grisly.
By the way, that persona I just sacrificed, that also appears during the 3rd semester. Also, hello Shawario, welcome to the stream, glad you can make it. Throughout today's stream, it's been kind of up and down when it comes to connection quality. In other words, it's been completely unstable. So that's real fun to deal with. Jesus and me. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal, I guess, because I do have a local recording of the entire stream, and I just realized we've been playing this particular file for over 400 goddamn hours. That's in between 2 playthroughs, plus this one. Granted, I've watched a whole bunch of cutscenes repeatedly, just because the story is just that fantastic. Just saying, though, it's kind of surreal to see that I've poured so much time into this game, and we're only just getting started. Nice one. As far as what we're going to do with Life Aid, restores 8% of max HP and SP after battle. Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Goodbye. I'm looking forward to seeing BK on the Switch as well. I wonder how it'll run. Only one way to find out. Dude, that one looks pretty frickin' strong. Wait, there's something behind it. Could it be protecting that? There's something shining back there. What could it be? Either way, if it is worth being protected, it should be safe to assume that it's some kind of value to us. What do you think, Joker? Shall we defeat it and take whatever it is protecting? Hell yeah, let's go. Understood. Let's go. You must be the outsiders I've heard so much about. I've been waiting for you. Sorry for the wait, asshat. You're shameless. How dare you give me that lip, you intrude this far into here. Oh my god, I can't read. How dare you give me that lip when you've intruded this far into here? No matter, your futile struggles will change absolutely nothing. Now, it's time for you to go back to your cells and get chained down. How about no, you crazy jerk? So, what the hell are these guys exactly? That is really anyone's guess. So, as far as these guys are concerned, they may look like they're weak against ice due to their affinity with fire, but actually they're weak against nuclear attacks. I don't know why that is. It's so weird. But regardless, though, it's time to take these guys down. This'll work. On to the next one. Goodbye. I'll definitely look into it for sure. I may do a casual run just to do some research and see if it really is viable when it comes to speed running it. But we'll see. It's something worth thinking about. What do you think this could be used for? Who knows? It'll probably come in handy though. I mean, that strong-ass shadow was guarding it. Although, it really wasn't that strong from our experience here. But that's just me. Working hard to accomplish your dreams is something only an idiot would do. Here, any wish can become reality, and isn't that all anyone wants out of life? Well, technically speaking, he's not wrong. These people really think their wishes are going to come true. Hey, you guys better be careful. We're not the only ones here. I've heard there's a place reserved for the most terribly evil person of them all. Do you think that could be the quarantine cell we heard about? Perhaps it is. I would say so. Only one way to find out. And before we get going, of course I will be saving my progress once more. I mean, we just got done a major battle after all. So it would only make sense. Alright, let's get going. By the way, if you come here before initiating that battle, there will be no way you can complete this puzzle. Why? You'll soon see what I mean. As you can see, the panel formation is a bit strange. Well, see what I mean about it being impossible to complete? Wait a second, there's no way to disable this one. Huh? What do you mean? Given the room's shape and number of spots, there's no mathematical way we can make it all blue. Then what do we do? I'm not sure, but if this really is a security system, there has to be a way to pass it. We may want to try checking somewhere else for the time being. Thankfully, we've already done just that. The object we attained earlier may fit in the description here. Here we go. In it goes. So now it is 100% possible to complete it. Here we go. Time to move on. Next.
Seriously?
It's still going.
It's still going further down?
We're so far underground at this point.
I hope we don't suddenly find ourselves in a giant pool of lava.
Still, we gotta keep going.
Definitely agree with you guys there. It's not like we're in Bowser's Castle or anything like that, so we don't need to worry about lava anytime soon. Even so, how deep can this place really go? Only one way to find out.
Guys, look! Doesn't that cell seem different from the others?
Mm-hmm. It does. It looks like the quarantine room or quarantine cell.
Quarantine cell?
Supposedly, the most sinful, most dangerous inmate is held within.
This place smells familiar for some reason. Nana-chan?
Do you remember?
There's no mistake. This is it. I was born here.
Born? Inside the prison? Wait, then are you the dangerous inmate?
No, the inmate wasn't me. But I remember this place. Someone created me here to guide all of you.
Wow.
Guide? And who is this someone?
I can't remember. Damn it. I'm so close. But my memory's too foggy.
You know, hearing all this just makes me want to know what's inside.
We found them. The escapees are in front of the isolated cell. Alert! Alert! Capture them at once!
Oh boy. Here we go again.
Crap, we're surrounded. We gotta win this, guys.
Oh boy. This is gonna hurt a lot. Okay. So far, it doesn't seem to be too bad. But keep in mind, we are technically surrounded. As far as these guys' weaknesses are concerned, they are weak against thunder as well as curse-based attacks. But they repel nuke and nullify bless. So keep that in mind. Other than that, these guys really aren't too bad to take down. Honestly, they're not. Let's try confusion. Okay, that works. Time for our good old zappity zap zap. There we go. Nice one, Ryuji. Way to get the job done. Nice.
Huh? You got a new skill?
This place seems to be under high alert now. We should keep going.
Given how important this cell appears to be, the depths of Mementos must be near. Mona's memories may return if we continue on.
Yeah.
So, we're finally getting close to the public's treasure, huh?
Now that I think about it, it makes sense Mementos would connect to some place like underneath Shibuya. Everyone crams themselves into packed underground boxes day after day without any complaints. From my standpoint, those are the true inmates of Mementos. It's no surprise the places are connected.
You know, the voices of the public may have led the Phantom Thieves on more than any criminal.
Seriously! Let's hurry up and steal that treasure so we can crush Mementos.
We truly are reforming society. Let's go.
Definitely agree with you there, Haru. The only way we can really change the public's heart is to do just that. And also to steal their treasure. Which, yeah, let me just say, that's gonna be the hardest treasure to steal in the entire game. Also nice, another level up. Good to see that.
I'll reveal your true form.
Hello. What's up with that smug, self-satisfied look on your faces? I don't like it. The only reason you can act so grand is that you live in a safe zone, devoid of possible failure. How does it feel to hear the truth? Are you relieved to know you've been fooling yourselves? Now, what I really can't understand is what you call happiness. But whatever, I guess. Everyone has their own way to reach it. Either way, stop trying to tell us what to do. This is how we can attain true happiness. I don't care what you guys think of it. We have no reason to listen to your complaints. If you truly believe all of that, then you are free to do as you wish. This is... Honestly, this is getting more and more messed up the deeper we go. I mean, seriously. Goddamn. Oh, hello. We have another safe room. Fantastic. As far as the number of safe rooms around here, there are a pretty decent amount, and they're also not too far spread out, which is good. Definitely like seeing that. And I know we're getting kind of close to the 3-hour mark now, but I think we can keep going for a little bit longer. I will say, the next safe room we reach, I will definitely call it a session for sure, though. But I know we'll get there soon enough. Trust me. Alright, up we go. Okay. This looks kind of, eerie. But we got another puzzle to solve. This shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Whoa. These look different. Huh? The lights on the floor kind of floor is kind of different from the ones we've seen so far. And thankfully, this is pretty easy to figure out. The more times you step on these panels, the less lights emanate from them. There's a limited number of lights. In other words, if they run out before you reach the solution, you'll have to restart the puzzle. It opened! That's our Joker! But what could those patterns on the floor have meant? I'm pretty sure I figured it out while I was watching. There is a limitation on this area. You can only change the colors up to 10 times. Any more than that and we'll have to start over. You solved the puzzle like that on your first try, Joker? That's seriously incredible. Thanks, On. Although it wasn't really that hard to figure out. It's not rocket science, dang it. Reality is ending, right? There's no point working hard now. In my dreams, I just have to deal with never seeing them come true. It's a cruel fate of life. Reality is ending. This is similar to what the others in the prisons are saying. What could that mean? Well, whatever it means, it ain't good. It really isn't. And honestly, I don't like it not one bit. Really. Ugh. Not a big fan, to say the least. By the way, there are several puzzle panels in this room. But don't go solving each and every single one like the first one you see. Because you may run into an impossible situation where you can't solve the puzzle. Otherwise... Okay, let's drain. Well, whatever, screw it. Better than redirecting. Alright. This'll work. Alright, time to end it. Gotta love seeing this. Nice.
Alright.
Fusion alarm time, eh? Neat.
That's all it takes for me.
Sure it does, Mona. Sure it does. I'm pissed off that people like you even exist. My apologies, but we did not come here seeking approval. Well, that was definitely a warm welcome. One of the most warm welcomes we've ever seen in this entire universe. Okay. This puzzle is a bit complicated to figure out. But this shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Hopefully. I think I've already messed up. Yep, I messed up. Never mind. That was just enough. Perfect. Sometimes it's a better idea to just take your time and think as you're walking around these rooms. Sometimes it may even be a better idea to just intentionally fail the puzzle so that way you can get a better feel of the area around you. Just so that way you can better plan your route for future runs. What am I, a speedrunner of this game? Lol. But it's absolutely true, though. Keep that in mind. Okay. Let's see what we got next. Okay. That just solved the puzzle. Fantastic. Good to see that. Oh, hi. How you doing? Alright, let's keep heading on. Let's keep moving on now, shall we?
Show me your true form.
Okay. Oh, hello. Looks like the other enemy finally respawned. Neat. Level 89. Good to see that. Almost done with Joker. 10 more levels to go for him. Hello. And goodbye.
Good. Your repertoire's growing.
Cool, I'll take it. Gotta love it when the enemies just appear out of nowhere, am I right? Nothing there. You would expect something to be there, but whatever. Shido? He can do what he pleases. I don't really care what kind of guy he is. It won't matter soon enough anyway. I see. She doesn't even realize what's being governed by someone really means. It's also kind of creepy if you think about it. Please leave me be, and in exchange, I won't request anything of you. Just let me see out the end of this world in peace. I'm curious as to why everyone believes the world is coming to an end. What could they mean? Who knows? Whatever the meaning of that really is, it's creepy. If this isn't the creepiest dungeon in the entire game, then I don't know what is. I guess Kamoshida's castle in a sense, but honestly, I wouldn't really consider that creepy, more like crazy. But not the craziest place I've ever seen. Bar none. Okay. Again, I know that we're over the 3-hour mark now by almost 2 minutes. But believe me, the next safe room is literally just around the corner. So, this is going to be a fun room. There are several different puzzle panels that we need to activate. And we do need to activate these in order. Otherwise, we'll run into an impossible solution. So let's try this one first. There we go. That's the first one. Still got 2 more to work with. So I believe we activate this one next. If not, it's probably the other one on the right. Okay, it is this one. By the way, for these puzzle segments, you can rotate the camera to get a better view. So if your view is being blocked, you can rotate the camera if you so wish. Way to be redundant, but you get my point. Alright. All done. That was easy enough. The hard part of this whole puzzle room thing is just figuring out the correct order. Perfect, the security is disabled. About time, now we can keep moving forward. Nicely done, Joker. Thank you. It's been a pleasure, trust me. Hello, we got ourselves another safe room. Perfect timing for this, too. Definitely good to see another place like this, that's for sure. So, as far as how much left we have left to go in the depths of Mementos, believe it or not, we're nearly at the very end. But, I'm definitely going to be saving the end of Mementos for the I almost said the final session. That's not it at all, folks. Still got the 3rd semester to think about here. But seriously though, the next session we will be finishing up this entire place, one way or another. So anyway, let's go ahead and sign out for today. This is General Snivy with the Persona 5 Royal playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. And also, I apologize for the constant rants about my internet going up and down and all around and just being an unstable mess. Sometimes Mother Nature loves screwing with me, am I right? But I digress. Anywho, we made some great progress today. In the next session, we're going to be finishing the main game. But there's definitely going to be more. That much I can guarantee thanks to the third semester being a thing in this version of the game. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time.